he started deleting them. But that tells you a lot of things.
I'm talking about code of conduct.
Yes, for public officers.
Public officers.
Yes, yes.
Look, with due respect to Mr. Makere, those of us who are lawyers, who interact with some of the security agencies, the DSS, the police, the customs, the immigration, and what have you, will tell you that this code of conduct is hardly enforced within any of our security forces. Simply because the corruption that is taking place in most of the security forces go right from the very bottom to the top. I give you an example. Evan is just making noise now that he was cheated, he was wrong, because money was extorted from them when Abakari was investigating. I do know the lawyer to Evans. A lot of things were taken from Evans' house. Money, wristwatches, expensive telephones, generators, and what have you, that were carted without an order from the court of competent jurisdiction. And when the lawyer to Evans applied to court, that the court has not made a seizure order, has not made an order for the confiscation of this one's property. You, the court, compare this Abakari area and say, to return all these materials. You will not believe it. Mr. Abakari started threatening the lawyer. He started calling him on phone to threaten him that he would deal with it. And in addition to that, I won't mention where the telephone also came from. The telephone call came from the most highest, one of the highest levels of the Nigerian police force, that the lawyers will drop the application for the return of all the children stolen from Mr. Evans' house here in Lagos and other places. Furthermore, the implication of that is that the officers who were asking the lawyer to drop it, who were not part of the investigation, knew a lot about what was taking from Mr. Evans' house. Furthermore, I have said this repeatedly, in some other countries of the world, the kind of integrity test is usually done for security men, just like Mr. Makere once said. A policeman could have to go to the house to go and do a search.
Okay.
And the police would have dropped some very attractive things like money, like jewelry and all that.
All right.
By the time the policeman goes in there and comes back, I didn't declare that it's any of those things that were intentionally dropped in there too.
Mr. Kolawole, I'm afraid we have to leave it at that. A very interesting history you've given to us. I wish you had more time, but it's clear from what you've said and from what our other guests have said, Dennis Amakri, and of course, if you want to go that a lot needs to be done to restore the integrity of the security apparatus in this country. It's gone to the gutters as we speak. If officers are able to do these things and get away with it. How many Abakaris do we have? The other members of the IRT, how many of them do we have? The police is saying that they already had a report on them. What were they waiting for? If the NDLA had not come out to blow the whistle and to say this is going on, well, we have known it was going on. More questions than answers. Thank you very much for your time. Dennis Amakri, former Director of the Department of State Services. Thank you very much for your time. Tunde Kolawole, legal practitioner. And thank you very much for your time. If you want to go, security expert. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, Mercy, it's another day, another drama, isn't it? Definitely, but we move straight to taking a break. When we return, we'll be flipping the coin to the other side, looking at the killing of policemen across the entire country. We'll be joined by former Commissioner of Police, Lawrence Alobi. Please stay with us.
What we do not understand, we will stigmatize.
What you can see is the remaining of the tanker that exploded.
The suspect equally confessed.
100 naira they collect them.
If you no talk, they go beat you.
Now 2,500 they pay.
Businesses in Africa can be very challenging. In Nigeria, it is particularly intimidating, and successful builders have learned how to navigate a hostile environment to unlock opportunities. But one major challenge businesses face is how to filter through the noise and identify where their ideal customers exist. Get insight and practical steps from industry players and captains of industries. Hear success stories to help you make informed decisions as you scale your business in Nigeria. Watch Business Insights at this time on PlusTvAfrica.
Welcome back. At least 42 people were killed in various attacks by non-state actors across Nigeria last week, precisely from February 6 to February 12. About 11 of those killed were security personnel, including 10 police officers and 1 soldier. The others were civilians, and despite the slight decline when compared to the previous week, where at least 45 persons were killed, it is still a worrying indicator of the state of security in the nation. All the killings were reported in 3 of Nigeria's 6 regions, the southwest, southeast, and the northwest. And joining us to analyze these developments is Lawrence Alobi, who is a former commissioner of the Nigeria Police Force. Mr. Alobi, thank you very much for your time.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yes. Is Nigeria inching closer towards being a failed state, looking at and going by the state of security lapses and the insecurity in the country?
Yeah, the insecurity in the country is really becoming very disturbing and alarming. And also it is worsened by the fact that those who are supposed to protect us and should have moral and others maintain are now being attacked and killed. And in this situation now, then we are heading for anarchy. Because nations are built on law and order. And that's why Section 14B of the Constitution provides that the primary purpose of government is security and welfare of the people. And in security, those who are supposed to provide security are now being attacked. There has been born, there are children being born. Then whom they will rely on now? Because the society has no other person to look on to, belong to the police. And that is why it is incumbent on the society to support the police, to encourage the police, to ensure the police perform optimally for the benefit of the society. And it's the police who have a duty too to ensure that they carry out their duties in line with their guidelines of engagement, professional ethics, and code of conduct. So the police need to put in their best to ensure, because the citizens also deserve the best. But again, the police need to be encouraged and empowered through the enablement. Today, the police is so destroyed to an extent that they even feel afraid to wear their uniform. So it's not healthy for the society. Some of us may not know the implication. It's not healthy for the society at all. Because no society can exist without the police.
So, but
we have a duty to ensure the police force is being trained and being strengthened and not weakened.
Lawrence Alobi, let's also look at the reason why these police officers are being killed. What could be responsible? Now, some quarters are saying that it might just be because the Nigerian police is not properly kitted. I mean, when compared to their counterparts outside of the country. Now, recently, just last year, remember that the Lagos State Security Fund had mentioned that it would cost 3 million naira to have a particular police officer kitted. I mean, fully kitted. So, do you agree with these persons who are saying that the reason why they're being killed, the way they're being killed, could be because they don't have what it takes to defend themselves when these attacks actually come?
Yeah, that is a notorious fact. If you see an American police officer, Indian police officer, or South African police officer is fully kitted with all the gadgets that he needs to be effective in his duties. Even also to protect him. Our policeman, you see him carrying, he carries AK-47, nothing with him, no communication, no walkie-talkie, nothing, no protective vest, armored vest. And you see, when our men go outside this country, they are rated as one among the best in the world. But because of the Nigerian environment, they are seen as the worst. The environment itself is the police itself is a victim of a executive system. The police is not equipped, it's not well funded, it's not well trained, it's not well motivated, and you want to get him to be the best. You make him to be very vulnerable, become very vulnerable. And in just societies where that people don't have the culture of obedience to the law. When we think that we are smart, when we go against the law, we say we are smart. And that is when the policeman is not there, is not empowered to enforce the law, then the victim, the society suffers. And now the policeman is also suffering.
Whether you think we're inching closer towards being a failed state, because you have policemen on the run. We've seen the pictures and videos, they're being killed and they are on the run. They're running away from attackers, unknown gunmen, bandits, call it what you may. But if you choose not to answer that question directly, do you see the situation improving anytime soon?
Yeah, it will improve, and if the government has the political will. So we must fix our Nigerian police force for the benefit of Nigerian citizens, but for the benefit of the country. But when we play politics, there are some people who are deliberately out to destroy the police. The police is not well funded, it's not well equipped. Look at police barracks. They don't have logistics. Some police stations don't have patrol vehicles, no communication. And this policing today is technologically driven. And with that technology, it cannot function effectively. So the police themselves are not empowered to perform their functions in line with the mandate of the act of the Police Act. So I think the government itself has to stand up, and the society should stand up and see how the police is our police. We have to make sure the police is fixed for our benefit.
Yeah,
in fact, the good aspect of ENSA's protest is that ENSA will say that police should be reformed because they saw the rot in the police, and they were concerned that because if the police is not fixed, the police is not empowered and motivated and strengthened to effectively perform the function, the society suffers. And insofar the police is not fixed, Nigeria will continue to suffer insecurity. I know we're trying to bring this ad hoc things, bringing some agencies or do that. The police are the primary agencies charged for internal security.
Okay, finally, Mr. Lobi, because of time. Yeah, Mr. Lobi. Yeah, Mr. Lobi, because of time, I just want you to answer this in a yes or a no. Is it time for us to decentralize the policing in the country and allow the states or regions? All right. Thank you very much, sir. I'm sorry that's so much you can take as far as this conversation is concerned, but we totally appreciate your time and giving us your expert analysis as well. Lawrence Alobi is a former commissioner of the Nigeria Police Force, and he's been a guest on The Breakfast on Plus TV Africa.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for being part of the show. We do appreciate and everyone that has been part of the breakfast this morning. The show returns tomorrow. 7 o'clock is the time up until now. And if you missed out on any part of the conversation, it's all right to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're at PlusTvAfrica. And do subscribe to our YouTube channel at PlusTvAfrica Lifestyle. I am Messi Boko. Have a fantastic Tuesday.
And I'm Kofi Bartels. We'll return tomorrow. Good morning.
Nigeria's Niger Delta region, from where the black gold fuels Africa's largest economy, where the lines between wealth and poverty has never been thinner. Conflicts, poverty, insecurity, and environmental challenges daily confront the region. How can the Niger Delta story be changed for the better?
Join Mamude Akuga at 9 p.m. every Friday evening on Plus TV Africa as he probes deep in search of solutions.
Inside the Niger Delta with Mamude Akuga, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region.
This Medan has been directed to empower 1,000 persons with disabilities in each state in the next 12 months.
When I start hearing the shoot of guns,